Welcome, 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 family. Come on in. Come on in. Another Pro Black Everything PBE Sunday School lessons today, May 19th, 2024. Family, let's get on in here and get it in. It's time to get your prescribed education and medication and truth and facts, critical thinking and analysis, reality, logic, and last but not least, humanity. It's a must that you get out of your feelings. But if you decide not to get out of your feelings, don't worry about it. PBE, DeAndre Divine Manley, myself, this guy that you see here is still gonna hit you with these jabs and uppercuts, hooks and haymakers of truth and facts. Some of these left and right arm bars and rear naked chokes of motherfucking reality and truth. You still gonna get that regardless, family. Regardless of how much you stay in your feelings, you gonna get that. And primarily and specifically, the black man, black woman, black child, the mothers and fathers, the grandmothers and grandfathers, the great grandmothers and great grandfathers of humanity, the gods and goddesses of humanity. Whatever you call the first in any species on this planet, that's what the black Alcabulan African race is to humanity. We're the mothers and fathers. We're the first. Every other race came through us. We can make the darkest and the blackest of color in humans, and we can make the whitest called albino in color, and everything in between. No other race, black man, black woman, black child, and humanity has that capability to do that, to create the darkest of dark and the whitest of white and everything in between. Black people, African people, Alcabulan people on this planet, on this bad mother, shut your mouth, black melanated mother earth of ours. Black man, black woman, black child, are you listening to me? We're the only race of people on this planet that we can do that. That solidifies that we're the mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers and gods and goddesses of this planet we call Earth. I can't speak of no other motherfucking planets nowhere else, but on this motherfucking planet we call Earth, the black man and black woman is the mothers and fathers of humanity. Every other race came through us. That's a fact. It's already been proven anthropology wise, archaeology wise, scientific wise, and every other way. Family. I see. I understand and know this because I'm a lifetime student and I'm a lifetime teacher. Um, Humanity. So this is why I know this. I always do and still continuously do my 5 W's and my Carfax check. That means check everything. That's what I do. And that's what I mean by 5 W's and Carfax check. Look up what the 5 W's are. I learned about them in the military. About 20 years of being in that motherfucking mass stepper and gangster and drug dealing and killing and mass murdering gang called United States Military, ran and owned by the European and his mama. Then you will understand what 5 W's is. Who, what, when, where, why, and what. The 5 W's. And the Carfax check about everything around you and everything that you're motherfucking a part of, black man, black woman, black child. That's purest of intelligence and smartness in its purest form that you can get it. It's knowing thyself and everything around you, black race. That's worth more than any amount of money and jewelry and gold teeth and fake stuff and materials that you can ever have, family, because you can continuously pass that knowledge on. But black race, we've been mass murdered, raped, and tortured, bitterly, physically, and spiritually down to the bottom of the human totem pole by two primarily races of people under slave trades that they had of us, under gods and religions they have had of us. Black man, black woman, black child of humanity. It's all motherfucking fact over here. If you stay still in your feelings, it's okay. You can unsubscribe. But this is all truth and facts over here, family. One thing I want to start off this video by saying, black man, black woman, black child, and humanity is, I want y'all to think about, and I'll keep going back to this, and a couple other things I'm gonna say today. Name me the African, the Alcabulan, the black person or group in America that don't have one of these three things: a European political party, a European religion, or a European degree. I'm gonna say that again. Name me the black group, the black powerful person, the black powerful people in America. 3Ks don't get it fucked up. Please tell me the black powerful, the Alcabulan powerful, the African powerful man group or entity in America. 3Ks don't get it fucked up that doesn't have a European degree, that doesn't have a European political party, and that doesn't have a European religion. Please tell me that. And when you name this person, if anybody ever send me one of these people, these superpower motherfucking niggas, y'all tell me these superhero niggas superhero niggas that's supposedly for the black race in America and globally that's in America. When you send this motherfucking name to me, I'm going to ask you again. You sure they don't have a European political party and a European degree and a European God and religion? Do you know that because of truth and facts and critical thinking and analysis of that person that you sent me? Or you just like that person? You just cool with that motherfucker. You like how they rap or sing or how they acted, and all of this, how much of a mogul they are, how many European degrees they have. You just like them, so that's why you would send me their motherfucking name without doing any 5Ws or Carfax check. Family, I need y'all to keep that in mind. What I just said. Now I'm gonna say it one more time. Name me the African, Alcabulan, Black, powerful superpower group or person or entity in America that's Black, Alcabulan, or African that doesn't have a European religion, that doesn't have a European political party, and doesn't have a European degree and European way of thinking. You can look, you can tell me you can wait a week, you can wait a month, you can wait a year, you can wait 10 years before you respond. You can go do your W's, 5Ws, the Carfax check for some months or years before you come back and tell me. I already know what the answer going to be. Black man, black child, I'm telling you. I already know what that answer going to be, family. I know the end to this movie. The white man, his mama, the motherfucking chaps know it too, family. I call them the Rocky Marcianos and the Mayweathers and the Muhammad Ali's of America and the champs of the world for a motherfucking reason, family. This white man, his mama. They're the mass steppers and slide on this motherfucker. They the mass run up on you in traffic in this motherfucking time period for the last few hundred years, family. They the number one riders and steppers, nigga. They the number one wet your bitch ass up globally, nigga, by short and long range missiles, nuclear or not, however the fuck you want it. That's how bad and gangster step this motherfucker white man his mama is, nigga. These mass demon devil Lucifer Satan's family, I promise you. And the other race that had a slave trade of us for over a millennium, from the 7th century to the 21st century, I'll say. But most people say just from the 7th to the 20th century. That's still 1,300 motherfucking years of mass murder, rape, and torturing you under a God and a religion. This God called this non-profit, the non-profit cave Muhammad that loves having wars and raping and enslaving motherfuckers. And this slave loving and war loving God called out Allah. Most black people, black Muslims that don't follow Christianity, Catholicism, or Judaism follow this motherfucking religion. And both of these motherfucking religions that had mass murder, raping, and torture and slave trades up under us while they were praising this God of theirs, family. That's what we do. That's what it is. And y'all tell me that the black race in America, the Alcabulan, the African race in America and globally is not still thoroughly enslaved, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Majority of us on the planet, black race. If you believe that, family, you are what we really consider dumb and ignorant. But see, the white man love a dumb and ignorant and divided black man and black woman and black child. He love a divided motherfucking race. He loved for the race of people that created his and her motherfucking ass, the white man, his mama, the black man and black woman who created them. See, the white man and his mama love their gods and goddesses being divided and conquered by them. Yeah, they love that. They love having their gods and goddesses divided and conquered down to the lowest level. This white man and his mama, the mass gangster, drug dealer, killer, savage, gangster killer niggas and niggettes on this planet is the white man and his motherfucking mama. I didn't say it. History shows it. So let's get in here and listen to our first theme song.
History facts I had to learn on my own. Over 100 documented race massacres have occurred in U.S. history, often mislabeled as race riots for insurance reasons. Insurance companies evaded paying black victims by categorizing the events as riots, leaving families devastated without compensation. The damages caused by non-black perpetrators were immense.
Real quick, family, I want you to understand too, all these things you seeing that I put up here, the people that's talking and saying about atrocities and showing them that I say on my channel, from here on out, you got to look at it. And when you go back and listen to my other videos, you got to look at this as from all these people and all these things I'm talking about, all these events and wars and all these conflicts, global conflicts that's been going on for decade after decade, centuries after century. All these people On both sides of these conflicts and wars, all of them got gods and motherfucking religions that they say is motherfucking moral and loving. Let's go. Remember what I said now. Everything that you see, all these conflicts is going on. Both of these people have gods and religions. They number one chief step and slide this motherfucking mythological god of theirs. But let's go.
Forcing black communities to rebuild from scratch. These massacres, fueled by false accusations and fears of black economic advancement, resulted in widespread destruction, lynchings, and even the gruesome sale of body parts as antiques. Unlike any other community, black folks endured such atrocities without any reciprocal acts of violence. It's crucial to confront the reality of this history and reject any notion that slavery had benefits. Let's hold those accountable who deny or downplay the horrors inflicted on our black communities. Black history facts I had to learn on my own.
Black man, black woman, black child of humanity. Basically, a lot of that, what she just showed on that was after this so-called slavery, so-called, was over, even though the white man has still ran and controlled and run everything in America at that time up until today. They have never relinquished their title since they took this bitch over, took America 3Ks, don't get it fucked up over from the Native Americans, and they almost annihilated that race of people off the planet, and took their motherfucking land and put them on motherfucking reservations, which we now know as prison camps. They have never relinquished their motherfucking title, black man, black woman, black child of humanity. So let's get it, man. If you a new subscriber, welcome, come on in. One thing I'll say is, at least you have an open mind to at least listen. And what I always tell you is the stuff that you hear me say on here, the people that you hear me say, the books that you hear me say, the names that you hear me say, and including my own words. Go do the 5 W's and Carfax check on all of this stuff. Don't just take what I say. See? I'm not trying to put you in no box and just say, take what I say. No, go do your 5 W's and Carfax checks on everything I say, family. That's why I say reality and truth, nigga. Truth and facts and critical thinking and analysis. That's why I say it, family. And get out your feelings. Go check all this shit that I'm telling you. Take it as I'm lying to you too. So go double check me, nigga. You got to go check motherfuckers, man. You have to do that. That's intelligence at its purest form. Is always checking everything, nigga. Understanding and trying to get to understand everything. That's learning, baby, one-on-one. That's a lifetime that I'm in, teacher and student, family. But it's religion killer over here. To all my new subscribers and everybody that's listening, if you don't know by now, every time you done heard about any religion, any god of any kind, any spiritual system of any kind, no God told you, a human told you in one way, shape, or form. No God has never told you about no humans. No God has never told you about no religions, demons, or devils. No God has never told you about nothing. Humans told you about God. Gods did not tell you about no fucking humans, family. Every time you heard about a God, religion, like I said, no matter how old or how new it is, a human being that told you about this God and religion. It's a controlling mechanism. If you knew the histories of your religions, but you don't, all you motherfuckers is believers and motherfuckers of faith. You got this God, number one, black man, black woman, black child, and humanity. Number one over everybody. Y'all got to listen to this. You got this God, number one, over your kids, your babies, your loved ones, over all humans and all things. But this God that you got, number one, that you say is the beginning and the end, Alpha and Omega, all knowing, all seeing, all doing, self-sustaining, all these attributes you give this God, this number one that you got over everybody else. This God that you got, number one, is the literature that you decided not to read in its entirety. But you can do all this other stuff, have all these social media sites, go do all this blog and have all these posts, got all these degrees from these white universities or any universities that you had to read books and study, do the 5 W's on that to get a degree. But for your number one stepper, number one God you got over everybody, that's the motherfucking shit you decided not to read in its entirety. Black Christian, black Catholic, black Jew, and black Muslim. That's the one you decide. This number one thing that you got over everything, family, is the shit you decided not to read in its entirety. And something is wrong with DeAndre Devon Manley, because I've read your King James published Bible that was published in 1611 by King James, this white cave coon coconut motherfucker. I read it from cover to cover, from Genesis to Revelations. I've read the Quran cover to cover. I read all these motherfucking hadiths and all these other scribes and scrolls, a lot of them, of these beliefs that y'all niggas believe in that has slave trades of us, black race. that mass murder, raped, and tortured us for hundreds and hundreds of motherfucking years, family. I've done the 5 W's and still doing the 5 W's and Carfax check on these motherfucking religions. But I know the histories of them, when they started, who started them, why they started. It wasn't about no motherfucking God. And when you know the purest form of spirituality, black man, black woman, black child, and humanity, it was in the central part of Africa, along the Nile River. Like they said, where God happy dwells on the step of the foothills of the mountain of the moon. They were being one with nature, all living things, all this other species that you see on this planet. The black spiritual practice was to be one with all living, breathing things, all the other billions of other species and things that sustain life for them on this planet, like the sun, the moon, the water. Then they start doing astrology and mapping out the stars and all of this that you know of now, and science and all of that. But we went from that in its purest spiritual form to niggas telling me about gods and demons and devils and Lucifers and Satans and motherfuckers going back and forth to heaven on carpets and horses. Motherfuckers parting whole oceans for people to walk through. Motherfuckers parting whole moons in half. I know you haven't heard that, black man, black woman, black child, and most of you motherfuckers that's part of these faiths because you haven't read your religious text. But everything I just said about parting of oceans and moons and flying horses and flying carpets back and forth to heaven, this all in Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, or Islam, family. But you don't know that because you haven't read your text. You're just a believer and a nigga with faith, and you get mad at me. Nah, we're not doing that over here. No, not over here. I don't play them motherfucking games. I hit you with truth and facts. Black race and humanity. I tell y'all, it's a PhD in common sense over here. I don't want to hear. Don't tell me that your God and your religion is loving and caring and moral. Do these passages that I'm about to show y'all in y'all books, in y'all Qurans, y'all King James Bibles, y'all New Testament, whatever version you want to do, black Christian, Catholic, or black Jew, or whatever race you are, the Hadiths, and all these motherfucking scribes and scrolls. I just want y'all to tell me with these passages I'm about to show y'all, does this mean, or do this look like a motherfucking loving, moral God and belief system, family? I want y'all to look at this realistically, family. Religious passages from the Bible, Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism. Let's go in here and look them up. Look at them real quick, family. King James Version published in 1611. Religion came first, genocide came after. You see when slavery started in America and globally. So let's start with the first verse from y'all. One of the first pieces of evidence that I can show y'all that y'all God ain't loving and all moral and all great, like y'all tell me. I'm giving y'all motherfucking receipts. This is evidence. If we were in a court of law to show that your God ain't and your religion is not loving at all, they're not caring at all like that. They're about mass murder, raping, and torture, family. So let's go ahead and look at some of this evidence of y'all. This is straight from y'all book. Isaiah 45:7, King James Version. Humans wrote this book called the King James Version of the Bible. But it said here that y'all Lord and Savior, y'all God, y'all everything right here says, I form the light and create the darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. What you mean your God ain't fucking a demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan, and do evil shit? He says it. It said it make peace and create evil. It form the light and darkness. This Lord God of y'all that y'all believe in do all these things. The fuck you mean? Your God ain't about rape and mass murder and torture, nigga. What the fuck you mean he ain't? This God of yours that y'all believe in ain't. It says it right here. I didn't make this up. This is in y'all book. I digress. Let's keep it going. Niggas gonna say they smarter than God, because this what niggas tell me to make me think they say they smarter than God. I done read this verse to some religious people of all races that that had this belief in this faith. And they'll say, nah, Dre, nah, Sergeant Manley, when I was in the uniform. That don't really mean like that, man. That don't really mean that God is the raper and murderer and does the transatlantic and Arabic slave trade and help and drop. He don't really mean that. That ain't what God meant. That ain't what God meant in that scripture, in that passage. And I just say, so you trying to tell me, mere human, that this all, everything beginning and end, all creator of all things, even you and everything else that we know that exists, you put if that say this God is the creator of. This motherfucker got a grammar problem, or it can't write its own words or have its own words passed down in this holy book correctly, to the fact that you have to come and correct what this God saying about itself that y'all believe in. So is God this God of y'all, God of y'all's line in Isaiah 45:7 that say it does all things good and evil, mass murder, rape, and torture, and all good and all evil? Is this God lying about that? People of this faith, Christians and Catholics and Black Jews, or is y'all niggas lying that saying this God is only loving and all moral and all kind and all of that? Who fucking lying? I'm gonna digress and let's keep it going. We're gonna go to this other verse and y'all so-called God loving and religion loving motherfuckers that y'all tell me that these religions and gods are is all loving and all of this. Leviticus 25:44 and 46 says, your male and female slaves are to come from the nations around you. Your male and female slaves are to come from the nations around you. From them you may buy slaves. You may also buy some of the temporary residents living among you and the members of their clans born in your country, and they will become your property. You can bequeath them, meaning passing them down to your children as inherent property, and can make them slaves for life. But you must not rule over your fellow Israelites ruthlessly. You telling me that this is a moral and loving and honorable religion and God that allows this? Humanity, family. Come on, family, hold on. This is a loving and moral religion and God, family, that you can have slaves in perpetuity and pass them bitches down. That was what was done to us in the transatlantic slave trade, in the Arabic, Islamic slave trade. These are religions y'all follow that say this. Let's keep it going. Colossians 3 and 22. Slaves, obey your earthly masters and everything, and do it not only when their eyes is on you and to curry their favor, but with sincerity of heart and reverence for this motherfucking God of y'all. Y'all telling me this God is all loving and all moral and ain't about mass murder, rape, and torturing and conquering? Family, man. Let's go to another one because niggas gonna lie. Timothy 6 and 1. All who are under the yoke of slavery should consider their masters worthy of full respect, so that God's name and our teachers may not be slandered. Not you being mass murder, raped, and tortured. God's name and teaching not be slandered. Just crazy to the motherfucker. Those who have believing masters should not show them disrespect just because they are fellow believers. Family. This is not no loving fucking moral God and fucking belief system, family. Let's stop fucking playing, man. I don't even want to go back and read these again, man. Y'all can go and read them again. It says in here where this God didn't even know where this motherfucking devil, demon, Lucifer, Satan was. And this God's supposed to be all everything and know all everything and create and see and all this and all that. But this God didn't even know that this motherfucking Satan, where this motherfucking Satan was at. And this motherfucking Satan, Lucifer, demon, devil just creep up on this motherfucking all-knowing fucking God. Where this God have to ask him, damn, he shot first and then say, damn, devil, demon, Lucifer, Satan, where the fuck you been at? And this Satan, Lucifer, demon, devil answer back in the El Cabulan, African, Black, English version and said, come on, motherfucking God, all-knowing motherfucker. You know the fuck I've been creating havoc around this motherfucking planet, doing slave trades of African people in transatlantic and Arabic slave trades and dropping bombs on motherfucking Japanese motherfuckers in Hiroshima and Nagasaki and massacring motherfucking Native Americans and then massacring Congolese in the Congo genocide with King Leopold and them Europeans, doing all of this shit that I do, the Ukraine and the Russian war and what's going on in Palestine and Israel. Nigga, you know what the fuck I'm doing, God. Stop fucking playing. I'm a mass fucking murderer and a mass deceiver. Like you put me on this planet to be, motherfucking God. You know what the fuck I am. You know how I wreak havoc around this motherfucker. I'm the number one chief stepper and slider for you, God. The chief run up on you in traffic and wet your bitch ass up anywhere in the galaxy, nigga. God, you know what the fuck I am. I'm your chief motherfucking enforcer, nigga. On planet and everywhere else you want me to go fuck up. Stop playing, I'ma digress. These niggas is on some play shit. This is the belief system that you niggas tell me that you so-called adult respectable niggas is and niggettes. Human beings that you tell me you so mature, but you believe in these motherfucking Harry Potter and Spider-Man and Black Panther and Superman and Spider-Man motherfucking belief systems. These grown people Santa Claus. These religions, nigga. Stop it. It's religion killer over here. Here goes some more. Yeah, I told you these the other black 99% of people that don't follow the white cave mama and daddy religions of Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism. Black people have told me for over 10 plus years. Dre, this is our real religion, nigga. This the pro-black everything, the PBE religion that you talking about now. This is the PBE pro-black everything political party and the PBE pro-black everything that you talk about. It's in this religion called Islam, inshallah, nigga. And I said, no, brother. I've read the Quran and I've been to Iraq and Afghanistan, mass murdering, raping, and torturing them people. I know them people firsthand, primary source, from mass murder, raping, and torturing them, what we did in Iraq and Afghanistan, to reading their scribes and scrolls and scriptures, their Quran. And that can't be the black liberation. That can't get us free and get us hundreds of trillions of dollars in tangible capital because they did the slave trade. They did their slave trade under this religion. This can't be for us, black people. How we say we smart and intelligent, but let's go in here and read it because, black Muslims gonna tell me, nigga, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I'm lying, and I'm dumb and uneducated. So let's go. It says Islam and its teaching in the Quran and other Islamic texts. I mean, y'all scribes and scrolls. Let's read it. Is that the Islamic tradition contains many descriptions of the Prophet Muhammad, including of his hair, beard, and particularly skin color. It is very insistent that he was white of complexion, a motherfucking cave Caucasoid, a mass murder, raping, and torture that they are, the white man and his motherfucking mama, the chief devil, stepping sliders. That's what this motherfucking prophet, non-prophet Muhammad is. And y'all tell me that y'all mad because I don't want to be a part of that and their slave trade that they done of us. Let's continue to read. While we were sitting with the prophet and the non-prophet in the mosque, a man came riding on a camel. He made his camel kneel down in the mosque and tied his forelegs and then said, "Who amongst you is this non-prophet Muhammad?" At this time, the prophet was sitting amongst us, his companions, his friends, his motherfucking homeboys and condres, his niggas, his caves and coons, leaning on his arms. We replied, the white man reclining on his arms. This non-prophet Muhammad is a motherfucking cave, family. I didn't say it. Y'all belief system said it. Inshallah, nigga. That's what y'all motherfucking y'all scribes and scrolls said. I didn't say it. Don't get mad at me. Let's continue. It says, I said to Abu, did you see Allah's messenger, this non-prophet Muhammad? He said, yes. He had a white, handsome face. He's a motherfucking cave, family. I didn't say it. Don't get mad at me and don't try to run up on me in traffic because you're going to get this motherfucking AR-15 if you do with the hollow points and everything else. Don't do that. I didn't say it. Don't get upset with me. Don't want to run up on me. Run up on the people that wrote this in traffic. They can get on them. It says Muslims are encouraged to live in the way of Muhammad, who was a slave owner and trader. I don't want to be a part of no motherfucking belief system, no religions that you could have your prophet, your top motherfucking couple of this guy having slaves and mass murder, raping and torturing slaves and all this. He captured the slaves in battle. He had sex with the slaves. He instructed his men to do the same. The Quran actually devotes more verses to making sure that Muslim men know that they can keep women as sex slaves. There's 4 of that in the Quran than it does to tell them to pray 5 times a day, which has none in their Quran. So it tells you more about having sex and what you could do with the slaves you have, the men and women slaves that you have, specifically the women slaves, than it does telling you to pray to this motherfucking slave-loving Allah family. Let's stop playing these games. I didn't say it. In the Quran, not the Ajah Divine Man, it didn't say it in the Quran 869. But now enjoy what ye take in war, lawful and good, a reference to war booty, raping motherfucking slaves, of which slaves were a part. The Muslims' slave masters may enjoy his catch because according to the verse 71, Allah gave you mastery over them. This is in the Quran. This is in y'all so-called pro-black everything PBE motherfucking religion that y'all told me. Stop playing. I'm not associated with none of these male chauvinistic mass murder raping murdering cults that y'all are part of, nigga. Not me. That's you. Here goes some more about the Quran. and marry those among you who are single and those who are fit among your male and female slaves, breeding slaves based on fitness. Black Muslims. I'm dumb and uneducated because I don't want to follow this shit right here, family. This is all in the Quran. Stop playing with me. I have a PhD in common sense. And real quick, when I mean what I have, when I say I have a PhD in common sense, what I mean by saying that is I'm saying is I have an Afrocentric way and viewpoint of every fucking way I think. In economics and education and entertainment, law, labor, politics, religion, sex, war, and counter war. I have an Alcabulan, African black centric way of looking at all of them things, not a Eurocentric way, not an Arabic way. Not me. That's what I mean by PhD in common sense. I'll digress of that and to keep it going. Uh, it says Muhammad established that slaves are property. They cannot be freed if an owner has outstanding debt, but they can be used to pay off a debt. An account of women taken as slaves in battle by Muhammad's men after their husbands and fathers were killed. The women were raped with Muhammad's approval. Me Too movement of the black Muslims, of females. The Me Too movement. This is y'all part of, but y'all want to be equal out here in these streets. Let me get this straight. Black men, I mean black women of all these faiths, Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism and Islam. Y'all want to be in these real streets out here. Y'all fighting for equality, got Me Too movements. But in your motherfucking belief systems that you follow up under this fucking God you got, number one, it got you unequal and less than a man. But you want to be motherfucking equal and have a motherfucking Me Too movement out here in these motherfucking real streets. But your motherfucking God who you got number one got you second. I'm going to digress from that. Y'all told me I'm dumb and uneducated. Another account of females taken as captives and raped with Muhammad's approval. In this case, it is evident that the Muslims intend on selling the women after raping them because they are concerned about devaluing their price by impregnating them. Muhammad is asked about cultists interrupters. I already gave y'all the meaning of that. I'm not doing that again. Here goes some more. Muhammad, this non-profit white cave we know, trades away 2 African slaves for 1 Muslim slave. So even in slavery in their time, it take 2 African slaves to make one of another slave. We at the bottom of even slaves, family. We lower this. How can the fuck can you be lower than slaves in your motherfucking belief systems? And you follow belief systems that you're lower than slaves, family. How can you be lower than a slave? That's the bottom of the bottom. How can you be bottom of that? Y'all told me this to pro-black every day. How dare you? I'm a motherfucking insulted. I'm fucking flabbergasted that you motherfuckers would just think that I'm fucking this dumb, ignorant, and stupid to say this is a motherfucking black religion for black Alcabulan African fucking people. I feel so fucking insulted that you would even have the fucking audacity to bring this in front of me, knowing that I have read the motherfucker, family. How fucking dare you niggas, man. But y'all used to this because y'all used to dumb niggas and niggas that's well educated in a slave master way of thinking. I'm not that. Muhammad had an African slave as a chauffeur. Muhammad has an African slave as a butler. This Aisha learns that Muhammad has acquired more slave girls, black women, and men, but these specific one as black girls as booty and asks for one as a maid. Black man, black woman, black child. Uh, in this pro-black, so-called pro-black everything faith called Islam family. It's not pro-black. It's not associated with pro-black everything. The ancestors rolling over in a motherfucking grave for you to associate this with a black of anything besides black death and destruction. Because that's what the fuck this religion has been doing to the black race and the people who founded this motherfucking religion, this belief system, this mythological God called Allah. I'm gonna digress, family. I just, um, what I want to understand, family, is why we don't follow spiritual systems like this. That's all. Why you want to be attached to a religion and a belief systems and gods that mass murder, raped, and tortured you and slave trades, but don't want to be a part of any of these spiritual systems. If you want to follow something that didn't have slave trades of you attached to their motherfucking to their belief system. Let's go. Why we don't want to be a part of this?
Spirituality, it could be the highest form of consciousness, where a person is aware of themselves from inside. Who am I? How am I related to those on my left and those on my right? How do I respond to the air that I breathe? Do I pollute it? Do I cleanse it? How do I live with the water that I drink? Do I pollute it? Do I cleanse it? How do I walk up to the soil that gives me food? Do I pollute it or do I cleanse it? Therefore, the human being aware that these three elements, which is the real trinity of African spirituality, which is our air, our water, and our land, which is the substance of which the African is aware is made out of. These three elements are revered when you access them, when you are approaching waters. You're not just approaching a river or a lake or a dam or a fountain or a falls. So for me, spiritual.
You don't want to be a part of none that's just pure. No. You like being a part of mass murder and torturing gods and religions. I understand. Um, I understand why you can be in rap songs and talk about how you kill and run up on motherfuckers in traffic and then say, give all honor to God. God been blessing me with these millions, but I'm murking niggas out in the street. And I don't like other niggas that look like me because that's what I've been taught. But this God that I love so much and got number one that I don't read his stuff, I'm just going to praise it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I've been taught. You know what I'm saying? But I still run up on your bitch ass in traffic for nothing, just for principle. This is stuff that most motherfuckers tell me they got gods and religions. They ain't got degrees. But anyway, I'm gonna digress from that, family. What you gotta understand, another thing is it's AKA and hashtag political killer over here. Black man, black woman, black child in America. Um, the reason it's political killer, you should have just heard what I said at the beginning of this and understand why it's political killer. But I'm good. I told you I'm a lifetime student and I'm a lifetime teacher. So, I wear both hats. So reason I'm a political killer over here because black man, black woman, black child, and humanity in America. 3Ks don't get it fucked up. After the European and his mama and this child defeated and crushed the motherfucking Native Americans and almost annihilated them off the planet when they took America. 3Ks don't get this motherfucker fucked up over and put them on reservations, which is prison camps under gods and religions. All this shit is under gods and religions. They brought our ancestors over here under gods and religions and massacred us under slave trades called the slave trade, called Jim Crow, called separate but equal, called school to prison pipeline, called redlining, called whatever the fuck you want to call it today because it's still owned, ran, controlled, and operated like it was from its beginning. The white man and his motherfucking mama up until today, May 19th, 2024. So if the same race of people who done all this massacre, mass murder, raping, and torturing in America since they got here, and they've been running, owning, controlling America during all this mass murder, raping, and torture since they got here up until today. And everything in this motherfucking system that they've been running, owning, managing, and controlling all this long time, they created. Their political parties that y'all part of, they created these. These are theirs. They run, own, and control all of it. Then it's motherfucking political killer because the same race of people, so-called educated niggas, the same race of motherfuckers still own, control, manage, and operate it. The same mass motherfucking mass step and slide of mass murder, raping, and torturing. Demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan. The white man, his motherfucking mama. The same motherfuckers who's been massive murder, raping, and torturing since after the Ice Age, after they emerged after the Ice Age in Europe, it was mass murder, raping, and torturing, and almost mass murder, rape, and torture themselves off the motherfucking planet before they left out of Europe and seen any other motherfuckers. They was almost annihilated themselves off the planet from the mass murder, raping, and torturing and eating they was doing of each other. So what do you thought they this motherfucking race of people that emerged after the Ice Age was gonna do after all the mass murder, raping, and torturing in Europe? What the fuck you thought they was gonna do when they left out of Europe and seen other species and other races of people on this motherfucking planet? They were gonna do the same fucking thing but worse, and that's what they've been doing. Mass murder, raping, and torturing this motherfucking planet. I call them planet killers since they left out of motherfucking Europe, family. That's a fact. Not because DeAndre Devon, Manley, and pro-black everything says it. Because the history motherfucker shows it. That's why it's political kill over here. This is why these motherfuckers, since people want to say, well, why you always calling them demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan? I'm about to give you some in my segments of statements, did you know, in quotes, family. I'm going to give you the reasons why I call this motherfucker white man and his mama the mass murder, rape, and torturing demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan on this planet. See, I got receipts and facts to show you, a history to show you why I call them what the fuck I call them. Since you niggas always like to get in your motherfucking feeling. So let's go in here and read. They the number one demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan, this white man, his mama. Just to name a few. The transatlantic slave trade. That's why they the demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan, this white man, his motherfucking mama. Because of the genocide of the Native Americans, nigga. That's why they the demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan, nigga, on this planet, the planet killers. They dropped for the dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, them Japanese people. That's why the white man, his mama, the demon, devil, Lucifer, motherfucking Satan. The white on white motherfucking crime that they did amongst each other in Europe before they left out of Europe. That's why they the demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan. Because of the genocide they did in the motherfucking Congo to them African brothers and sisters, them Congolese. King Leopold and the Belgians, them European motherfuckers. That's why they the demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan. Because of Jim Crow. Because of apartheid, because of redlining, because of separate but equal, because of school to prison pipeline, because of colonization in Africa and everywhere else. That's why they the demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan. Because of what the fuck we did in Iraq and Afghanistan by the behest of this European, his motherfucking mama. That's why they the demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan. Because of the civil wars they had amongst each other. That's why they the demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan. But during all of this that I said that they have done, they had gods and religions. Family. So before we go in here and watch this last clip, I got a couple questions, couple statements, and a couple quotes on this segment of mine. You ain't heard it in a couple videos, but now I'm getting back to it. One thing I want to ask is, show me the godless humans. Let me say that again. Please show me the godless, which y'all call atheists, humans having mass wars around the planet and mass murder, raping, and torture. See, I don't even subscribe to people calling me an atheist. I say, if you knew spirituality like this video said in its purest form, it wasn't about no gods or anything. It's about being one with nature, spirituality, and all living species, being balanced and peace and harmony with it. See, so I don't subscribe to this atheist shit that y'all talking about because I know it's all human created. I know what the spiritual systems is, the first, by my ancestors in Africa, along the Nile, where God happy dwells. I know it ain't had nothing to do with this God shit. Y'all believe in this shit. I know the truth. But like I said, show me the godless humans having these wars and all these atrocities around the planet, man. Show me the godless motherfuckers. All these motherfuckers that's doing all these motherfucking wars, all these mass murder, raping, and torture of each other in wars and conflicts. Both sides have gods and religions. That's a fact. But y'all tell me these motherfucking gods and religions are so loving and fucking moral. Why is it that everybody that got these gods and religions are doing war and mass murder, raping, and torture of people's mind, body, and soul? Man, let's stop playing with this game. Let's keep it going. I said, most all crimes in the world are done by motherfuckers with gods and religions, family. 99% of all crime, mass murder, wars, all of this shit is by motherfuckers with gods and religions. Because most of the planet of humans have a god or religion of some kind. Most all crime in America, like I said, and globally. But I live in America. Most all crime in America are committed by God-loving motherfuckers that say they got gods and religions. That's all the rape and murder and torture is by motherfuckers with gods. Please, family, show me these motherfucking atheist nations that's going at it and mass gutting each other. These motherfuckers that don't fuck with no God and angels and shit. Show me these motherfucking nations, these powerful nations that they got these gods. That just massacre motherfuckers on a bad scale. When you look at all this massacre going on, like I said, all this shit, civil wars and slave trades, these people done all of this shit. They got gods and religions. Show me the godless, the atheist motherfucking nations that's committing all these mass genocides and wars and dropping atomic bombs on motherfuckers. and having slave trades a motherfucker. Show me these godless motherfuckers doing all this raping of the planet. These planet killers. All these motherfucking planet killers have gods and religions, family. Let's stop playing these games. That's the games y'all play. And I understand that how you can play them, family. I understand how you can play them. Mm-hmm. Real quick, family, before we get into this, and I just got to show him so y'all know who he is. I done read a lot about him. Well, a little bit about him. I ain't gonna say a lot, but this is my question slash statement and whatever. Dr. Carter G. Woodson received a PhD from Harvard. I'm gonna say it again. This Dr. Carter G. Woodson, this king, this god, received a PhD from Harvard in history, family. That's what he got his PhD in history, family. And in 1933, he wrote a book called The Miseducation of the Negro. Did y'all just hear what I said? He got a PhD from Harvard in history. And I think he got that in 1912. He got that PhD from Harvard in history. And in 1933, he wrote a book called Miseducation of the Negro Family. So I asked, what did Dr. Carter G. Woodson learn in his times of getting his PhD from Harvard to write a book called Miseducation of the Negro Family? What did Dr. Carter G. Woodson find out in his studies, his 5 W's and Carfax check that he was doing to make him write a book called Miseducation of the Negro? Like I said, he received this PhD in history from Harvard in 1912. 20-some years later, he write a book called Miseducation of the Negro, black man, black woman, black child, is humanity. He done that for a fucking reason. He was doing his 5 W's and Carfax check and found out a whole bunch of motherfucking shit in that time frame from 1912 to 1933 to make him say, damn, we've been as mis motherfucking educated by these mass murder, raping, torturing, and slaughtering motherfucking mass steppers and sliders, this white man and his mom. That's what Dr. Carter G. Woodson found out, family. That's what made him write that book, Miseducation of the Negro. But most niggas ain't gonna write it. I mean, ain't gonna read it. Ain't gonna go listen to the motherfucking audio book of it and say they smart and educated, family, and tell me I'm dumb and stupid. But I read it. Dr. Carter G's books, Dr. Carter G. Woodson's book, Miseducation of the Negro. I read it cover to cover. But I'm dumb and uneducated though. That's what they say, man. That's how they gonna get you. I told you. This how they get people, man. They'll say, wait, let me get this set up for our last one. But this how they get you, man. Hold on for 1 second. Yeah, we're gonna fan, but this let's blow it up. But this how they get you, fam. The black elite, the black bourgeoisie that got all the European cave degrees and European cave political parties and the European cave gods, all these black elite and bourgeoisie, these black powerful motherfuckers that y'all tell me that's in high places in America and globally. First, I'll tell you they can't be black faces in high places if they got the motherfucker who mass murder, raped, and tortured them, religion, political party, and degrees and way of thinking. They can't be in no fucking high place at all. Um, but these people always want to just come and just say the most ignorant things to me, black man, black woman, black child. And I just kind of just be like, I'll take the dumb and uneducated thing. I'll take it. But this is how they get me. This is how they'll say about me and other people that they just said. Fuck this nigga again. Why y'all keep bringing this Cave Coon nigga, DeAndre Divine, Manly, Pro back everything to me that ain't got none of my white mom and daddy slave master degrees. He don't have my white mom and daddy political party, and he don't have none of my white mom and daddy gods and religion. So why y'all keep bringing this bitch ass nigga to me? He don't think like we think. We think like our mama and daddy, the white man and his mama. I mean, the white man and his mama. We think like them. We love they accolades. We love symbols. That's our thing, black race, This is the new the black bourgeoisie, the black educated niggas with all these degrees and European way of thinking and gods and political parties. This is their new slogan. Humanity is it's called the Black El Cabulan African slogan. It's of you coon and cave niggas. This is their slogan that they got, a new campaign slogan that they got to other niggas. We all about them symbols, non-tangible and capital things. Ancestors died to vote and praying on God's and Jesus to come back and save us. That's these educated niggas slogan in America and globally. But they'll say, nigga, Dre ain't got none of this shit from our masters. You know how we are when we get accolades and get accommodations and trophies and rings and Grammys and all of this stuff from our white slave mama and daddy. You know how we act and how we think when we get that. And then you know how we act and we think when we don't get that, when they deny us that. Our mamas and daddies, our gods and goddesses, this white man and his mama. So why would we listen to this nigga Dre? If we listen to this nigga Dre, PBE, Pro Black Everyday PBE, listen to the shit he say, we might get hundreds of trillions of dollars in tangible and capital that we owe. It might become free and equal in America and globally. That's what the fuck we got to look forward to if we keep listening to this dumbass nigga, DeAndre Devon Manley, Pro Black Everything, PBE, and we actually be willing to fight and die for tangible and capital. We might end up getting it and be truly equal and free. We don't want that. Stop listening to them type of dumb niggas that say that dumb shit that want to be like that. We symbols out this motherfucker. Our nickname is symbols, the black race in America and global. Like I said, we non-tangible and non-capital over here. We strictly symbols over here in the black bourgeoisie in America and global. Yeah, fuck that tangible and capital shit. That shit is overrated. That shit is cap. Hundreds of trillions of dollars in tangible and capital. Nah, that shit cap, man. That shit played out, nigga. Talk about that type of shit of getting hundreds of trillions of dollars and becoming equal and truly free in America and globally the black race. Man, that shit cap and played the fuck out, man. Ain't nobody trying to be that. That shit been played out, family. Talk about tangible capital and being free and equal. That's how these niggas think, family. So let's get in here, man, and listen to this thing. The land of severed hands. The story of the Congo. One of the most chief step and slider called King Leopold. What he did to the Congolese, him and the Belgians, that white cave demon devil Lucifer Satan that I tell y'all about that got gods and religions. I'm gonna show you what these niggas right here did with gods and religions, what they did to our African people. I always talk about the Congo. I told y'all it's the most wealthiest country on the planet Earth is the Congo, fam. It stay in turmoil ever since they did what they did to Patrice Lumumba. And chopped him up and dissolved him in acid and cut his teeth out. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get it, fam. People that you see that's doing this to our African brothers and sisters, they have gods and religions, the same gods and religions that most black people follow today that have Christianity, Judaism, black man, black woman, black child. But you tell me I'm dumb and uneducated because I don't want to follow these motherfucking gods and beliefs that mass murder, raped, and tortured us while they were praising out to these gods. Stop playing. Keep it going. Real quick, and this was if I know, I think I might have said Thomas Sankara at the beginning of this when I was talking about the Congo and cutting out his teeth. No, it was Patrice Lumumba. If Patrice Lumumba, I forgot whether I said Patrice Lumumba or Thomas Sankara, but both of them were still mass murder, raped, and tortured by the European and his mama. But nonetheless, let's go. trying to tell me the people that done these things to you, these European and this mama who done these things under Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism, that you all this stuff they done these for hundreds and hundreds of years to the black man, black woman, black child, the mothers and fathers of them. They done this for hundreds and hundreds of years too, and still continuously do. But these are not your motherfucking enemies. These ain't your number one fucking enemy. Along with the Arab men, Islam, for what they done in their slave trade. These ain't your enemies. Black race. Military science 101. If these are not your enemies, family, the people that done this to you, I can tell and see who the fuck they enemies was, and it was us. But for you to tell me, black man, black woman, black child, that the people that done this to you is not your enemy who done this to you for hundreds and hundreds of years under God's Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism, these is not your enemy, family. Let's go. Let's keep watching. One thing key right there, you see, that gun. When you go through history, you see how when the gun was introduced and uh, into conflict, warfare, um, by these motherfucking European, these motherfucking chief master murder, raping, and torture motherfuckers. But y'all don't know that history. Y'all too. I forgot. Y'all too educated to be doing little stuff called history and truth and facts. Black man, black woman, black child. That's what they'll tell you. They're like, nigga, I got a bachelor's and I got a bachelor's in my slave master mama and daddy way of thinking. So I don't give a fuck about no truth and facts. I got my slave master, the king and queen, the god and goddesses, the white man and his mama. I got their degrees and they gods and they political party. I don't need no fucking truth and facts and reality and history. That's what a nigga tell you. Let's go. The child is to be executed because his enslaved father hasn't been able to meet the grain quota required by the white. Your demon devil Lucifer Satan, and you still follow their religions. Let's keep it going, family. The schools were operated by Catholic missionaries, and more than 50% of the children died. Mass murder rate. I tell you that the white man and his mama massacred their way up to the top? They mass murder, rape, and tortured their way up to the top during the transatlantic slave trade and colonialism and all that. That's why they're at the top of the food chain now. They massacred them. Always been unfair, always been unequal. Way up to the motherfucking top, family. Through the torture of us, through the mind, the mass murder, raping, and torturing of our mind, body, and soul. That's how they got to the top, family. That's a fact. That's why they at to where they at now. While they were massacring our mind, body, and souls in our fucking land, they was acquiring all the motherfucking wealth and global power till they reached number fucking one. This white fucking savage, genocidal, planet killing fucking race. Let's go. Black man, black woman, black child, of humanity. I want you to understand everything that I have shown you and that I have been showing you up to this far of all the atrocities that's been going on the planet. We call that bad mother, shut your mouth. Black melanated motherfucking earth has been being done by motherfuckers with gods and fucking religions of one or the other. But they tell me and tell y'all that these motherfucking gods and religions are so fucking loyal. Loving and loyal and moral and all this fucking good shit. But all this mass murder, raping, and torture going around about this motherfucking globe has been about people with gods and religions. Make it make sense to me. This PBE, pro-black everything. I'm out, fam.